Now, there is uncertainty around the Free State Premier, Sisi Ntombela's future. This follows reports that the newly elected PEC has decided to remove her. Reports suggested that Ntombela and 8 MECs face the axe. This is the new provincial leadership's effort to stem internal squabbles and get service delivery back on track. Now, our reporter Moloko Moloto is following that story and joins me now. Thank you so much for joining us, Moloko. Of course, we know that Mxolisi Dukwana, the newly elected chair in the ANC in the Free State, is top of the list when it comes to replacing Sisi Ntombela. But what's the latest you can tell us there in the Free State?
Good afternoon, Baron. Well, what we can tell you is that we have learned in good authority that the new Provincial Executive Committee of the African National Congress in the Free State has taken a decision to recall Premier Sisi Ntombela. As you would know, she has lost the contest for the chairperson position during the provincial conference that was held last month to Mxolisi Dukwana, who is the new chairperson of the African National Congress. Now, there was a meeting of the Provincial Executive Committee at the weekend here in Bloemfontein, and that's when we understand a decision was taken. But of course, we understand that decision must first be ratified by the top 7 national officials of the African National Congress, and then a decision will then be communicated publicly. But I want us to bring into this conversation Mr. Jabu Mbalula. He is the newly appointed spokesperson. Of course, he is also the Provincial Executive Committee member of the ANC in the Free State. Ndate Jabu, thank you so much for your time. The people of the Free State want to know, do they still have the Premier? If she's still the Premier, they also want to know whether you as the ANC have indeed decided to recall her as Premier.
Thank you very much, Ndate Moloto. I can confirm that Sisi Ntombela is still the Premier in the Free State. Over the weekend, the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC in the Free State convened its ordinary meeting. In that meeting, we're doing 2 things. Firstly, to look at all the decisions that were taken during the time when we're still having a provincial interim structure. Number 2, to conclude plans for Lekgotla, which we had on Sunday, which ended yesterday. Now, all these meetings undertook a robust and frank assessment of all the governance structures that include provincial government departments, the executive, including the situation that obtains in our municipality. A sentiment was expressed, which was that the Provincial Executive Committee is really very much worried about the state of our municipalities, and we feel that something needs also to be done at that level. We are going to consolidate plans of what is specifically going to be done in each and every municipality to correct the situation. The meeting of the Provincial Executive Committee also expressed a view that it is important that we must align our work. You will remember that during the January 8th, we have declared this year as the year of a decisive action to do nothing else but to ensure that there's meaningful service delivery taking place. So we've got to align our work. And this means we shall have to look at people who are in leadership positions in government, and we shall also have got to look into people who are in leadership at the municipality, and whether or not do we really have people that are fit for purpose. Because not so long ago, we come from elections. In those elections, local government elections, we went to people on the basis of a manifesto that promised certain things. The January 8th statement also outlined specific tasks that the ANC has got to undertake.
Yeah, and in terms of looking at the role of people who are currently holding these positions, you did look into the role of Premier Sisi Ntombela. A decision was taken that she must resign. Am I wrong?
We did not discuss the Premier as a person, but we discussed the performance of governance structures. And the Provincial Executive Committee decided to take a view that it is really our wish that in the immediate, Mxolisi Dukwana as the leader of the ANC in the province, so that we align things and also to ensure that we enhance service delivery.
Meaning you would want Mxolisi Dukwana to become the next premier to take over after Sisi Ntombela in the immediate future?
Yes, that's correct.
When do you want her? When would you want Sisi Ntombela to step down as premier?
You remember that, Moloko, that the issue of premiers is a national competence. We have taken a decision, and we are engaging national on the basis of that decision. If we conclude it tomorrow, then it will so happen. If we conclude it next week, so it will happen. But the position stands that the Provincial Executive Committee has took that would like to see that policy taking over the premiership, and we look at other matters at other levels of government.
She remains your deployee, even though she hasn't made it onto the PEC. Have you engaged her? Is she aware that you want her to step down? What was her response?
All of us, Moloko, we did not come to the ANC with any position. It is the ANC that assigned position to its members. Sisi Ntombela understands that herself was assigned the responsibility of premiership by the African National Congress. And in our interaction with her through the officials, she understood that quite very well, because we had quite, a good discussion with her. So she understands where the Provincial Executive Committee is coming from.
And she's willing to step down?
And we are quite clear that as a disciplined member of the African National Congress, she wouldn't disappoint and behave otherwise.
Yeah, but did she make a commitment that she would step down?
The organization has taken a position, Moloko. So it is not up to an individual. Yeah. It's not so much about our personal preferences when it comes to these things. Yeah. It is the organization that decides, because it is the organization that deploys.
The ANC, you are saying, has decided that the chairperson, Xolisi Dukwana, must take over. He is the MEC for Kokta. The municipalities fall under his portfolio, and they are in a state that you say you are unhappy with, and you want him now to be premier. He surely did not do well in overseeing the work of the municipality. What makes him the best candidate? Is it the fact that he is the chairperson? Is that the only thing that makes him an eligible and best candidate for premier?
Xolisi has been a member of the ANC for many years, and he has been in government for many years. So he has the requisite experience, he has the requisite skills to can occupy the position of the premiership. The issue of municipalities, if you look at the report of the Auditor General, that report takes stock of not only the issues that happened during the term of Xolisi Dukwana per se, but some of these things have been happening over years. And this is the issue that also in our conference that was held on the 20th until the 22nd of January. This is a discussion also that our branches raised, and there are specific municipalities where we were directed to make sure that immediate action is taken. One of those, for instance, is the metro in
Mangaung. Has the mayor there been a decision taken that he must go? Have you engaged him? Is he willing to resign as we conclude?
Yes. In fact, the decision of Mangaung, the mayor, with regard to the Troika actually, not only the mayor, it's a decision that has been taken a long time ago. What is really happening now is for the processes to conclude. Even the metros, if you remember, the mayors of the metros are also a competency of national. Yeah. So we are at that point now. The decision has been taken. National is working on it. As soon as they are done, it will be implemented.
Have you engaged the national officials on this, the premier's decision in particular?
Yes, our officials did indicate our position to them.
All right, Mr. Jabu Mbalula, he is the new spokesperson for the ANC in the Free State. It's official now, Baron. The decision has been communicated to the premier that she must step down. Sisi Ntombela, Jabu Mbalula has just told us on eNCA that they want Xolisi Dukwana, the new chairperson, to take over.
Thank you so much. That was our eNCA reporter, Moloko Moloto, just giving us an update there on Sisi Ntombela's future as Premier of the Free State.